Hey everybody, this is Eli with Stellar Artifacts, my YouTube channel. I have another collectible today that's probably been sitting around in a box since like winter time, early winter. I'm not sure if it came in before the end of the year or the beginning of the year, but I'm just now finally getting around to unboxing it. And this is the Sideshow premium format figure quarter scale Symbiote Spider-Man. I don't really have any Spider-Man statues, but I wanted to start with this one because I've always kind of enjoyed or liked the black uniform. So here's the box. About to get this guy open for you so we can take a look, but yeah, anyway, let's get this open. Alright, so I just cracked the box open here, and I thought I'd show you guys the contents in here before I remove them. So these are all the pieces that key in with one another. Looks like we got the main body, Spider-Man, that keys into like a church tower, so to speak, with some gargoyles on it or whatever you want to call them. And we have like these little strands, which are probably from the alive symbiote suit, which have to key into the base somewhere to make it look like it's alive and crawling up the church steeple. But alright, let me get this put together. Alright, so here is the premium format Symbiote Spider-Man 1/4 scale, all put together out of the box. Real simple to key together. There's not too many parts to this. But let's get a little closer to this guy, see what we're working with. So he's crouched down on top of like a church steeple, pretty much. And this piece has like a lot of texture to it, and it's a pretty cool piece. Let's go ahead and start down at the base though here. So the base is the church steeple, and see, you got the skull right there, and then the face on the other one. But if you look close here, and we got the goo, the symbiote goo tendrils. So basically there's like 3 tendrils that key in. You're looking at one of them right here, that tendril that keys in, magnet. This is another tendril that keys in right there, and there's one more on the other side. This one also keys in. And you'll see this other stuff, the way it's applied to the steeple, it just kind of runs up the steeple, you know, because we all know the symbiote is alive. It's an alien. Later becomes Venom when it attaches to Eddie Brock. But anyway, cool base here. So church steeple, you have the living suit running up the church steeple, and it's kind of decrepit and falling apart. You get a little closer on that, you'll see the more little puddles and tendrils of the symbiote going up the church steeple. Spider-Man's calves from the back here. But so now the paint job on this is interesting. It looks really cool because they added texture. So it's not like just smooth, like there's a little bit of gloss in the paint, but it's like blues and blacks blended in with each other, the blues and the blacks, which works pretty decently. But let me get up close on Spider-Man here. So he's got good arms, been working the triceps here. But anyway, the kind of an ominous pose, like you can see, doesn't kind of reflects more of an ominous stature. If you look really close, you'll see like it looks like veins almost running through the surface of the paint. And that's to kind of give it, I believe, a live alien appearance, which the Symbiote outfit is. You'll see that gloss on the surface of the paint, but then you also see the texture in there, like it looks like resembles veins. It might not actually be veins, but that's to give it the appearance of the living uniform that he's wearing, the alien. But yeah, great sculpt. Back muscles here. You'll see a little bit more of those little veiny things going through his head. There's a little bit of shading in his eyes here, the white eyes. You see some shading in there. But yeah, anyway, if you zoom out a little bit here. Anyway, I think it's a very cool pose. A little bit of a taller piece since it's like elevated from an elevated position. Very linear statue with a small footprint. Because the base has such a small footprint and it just runs upward, so you gotta hope you don't have an earthquake or something with this thing. I'm in Washington. We haven't had one for a while, but yeah, I'm trying to get a good little 360 spin of this guy for you guys. You'll see the little hole right there where the webbing comes out. In the traditional Spider-Man uniform, it comes out from the bottom of the wrist. But yeah, you probably want to, you can kind of put this from any angle you want on display. I think it kind of looks cooler from the side like this. He's looking over his shoulder a little bit. So the only, I don't have too many Marvel pieces. I probably have more DC than Marvel pieces, but I'm trying to get a few more Marvel stuff here to review. Stuff that I like anyways. And the black suit has always been one of the cooler suits I've liked. I kind of grew up in Todd McFarlane era, 90s, and kind of have a strong affinity and love for his artwork for Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man, which I have. The closest thing I have to a statue of Spider-Man is this Diamond Select piece. And this is reminiscent of Todd McFarlane. It's got the spaghetti webbing. This is just made of PVC, so it's not polystone like the statue is next to it. Kind of a cheap piece. I don't know how much I paid for this. 40 bucks. I think I paid 40 bucks for this. But if I ever bought a polystone statue with the traditional uniform, I think I'd want it like the Todd McFarlane here. But I just thought I'd show you guys that. But yeah, anyway. What do you guys think? I couldn't resist adding this. You know, Sideshow did a high edition size on it. Like to do a lot of their stuff. There's like 5,000. To be perfectly honest, I think I'm going to throw the box away. I know everybody's gasping at that. Like you're supposed to keep all the boxes to your statues. But like, I'm running out of room. And stuff with high edition sizes, like 5,000, I think I'm going to start to toss them because I don't plan on selling this. And, you know, with 5,000, you know, the resellability is probably a little less than it would be with low edition sizes. So if I'm ever in I don't intend on selling any of the stuff I own, but I don't want to have to like rent a storage unit to freaking house all these things. The boxes, I mean. Anyway, just a quick rotation of the base again. And we got Spider-Man up here on top of the church steeple. What do you guys think? Pretty sweet. Cool Marvel piece. Hey, anyway, friends, thanks for joining me for my little statue review or show and tell of this premium format, 1/4 scale Symbiote Spider-Man. You'll see I have the camera angled up a little bit because this piece is kind of tall. Otherwise, I'd be cutting it off at the moment. But yeah, I'll give you a little last go around on this, nice and slow. So if you would, just go ahead and like my channel, like this video, and subscribe to my channel, where I'll have more collectible statue reviews in the future, probably. But yeah, and leave a comment. Let me know if you like this piece. It's pretty hard not to like this piece, even though the edition size is so high. Sideshow kind of has it. They're kind of known for doing high edition sizes on their pieces. So, but anyway, long story short, I like this. I wanted to add it to my collection. So anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks.